we're here today. That's the second part. And I love this slide, right? Isn't that awesome? Alcohol, because no great story starts with a salad. And I always say, like, you never sit around and say, oh my gosh, so there I was, digging into a Cobb salad, and just what I know, like, we're doing shots at Jaeger, and then I turned around, and, you know, blah, 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 and that's how it is. And you see all these kind of healthy ads where everyone thinks it's so funny. It's so funny, like, and it's so wonderful to eat healthy and to do yoga and eat greens. It's not, it's boring. It's like a bowl of green water, right? There's nothing exciting about it. And the other thing is, it's not rocket science. We know that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have this nice piece of fish, you get your omega-3 fatty acids, you have some vegetables, but no, it looks more like this. And I always laugh when I put up this slide, because of course I Google junk food, and does everyone remember these combos? Right? It's like a pretzel-like food with a cheese-like food in the middle. And yeah, and it's just something that always made sense to me, that we eat these things, and we supposedly enjoy it. How about this one? We do this, which is how many people in here have a family, so they have children, and they've done this on a weekend? Raise your hand. Excellent, excellent. So you're not like running to daycare, running to baseball practice, running to dance practice. This is going that way. You're lucky if you even have 2 shoes on at match, right? It's kind of hard to do that. Sometimes it's more like this, right? You know? And I love that. I always say this in our classes. There was one morning I was running before I went to do one of these lectures, and the radio host was saying to, they were having guys call in whose wives were going to be away for the weekend. And they said, what are you going to do this weekend without, you know, her in the house? And I always imagine this thing. It's like, you're just going to sit there and you're like, how close could the food be? And what am I going to eat? And there's no rules. And that's the way life's going to be. And here's the other thing, right? Oh, I don't weigh myself, you know. I'm just so sexy as it is. You know, the scale doesn't measure sexy. I never get on the scale. So this is kind of where we are. So where we are in this situation that we have. So here's the problem. We know the rules, right? If we say there's rules, we know the rules. You're supposed to move more, you're supposed to eat less, and you're supposed to not smoke. And it's pretty simple, right? So back in 1993, so this is the year I graduated high school, and I know that I'm staring at my 25th high school year reunion, so that's a long time ago, 25 years ago. And this paper came out, and it was published in JAMA, so the biggest scientific journal that we have. And basically what it told us, and I'm going to stay away from all the strong, heavy science that was in it, but basically what it said was that there's 10 facts that account for almost all of the premature deaths in the United States every single year. And so 80% of deaths were caused by improper use of our feet, so inactive physical activity, improper use of our forks, so not eating the proper diet, and smoking. So tobacco, diet, and physical activity. So that's pretty simple. There it is, there's the rules. Stop smoking, move more, and eat better, and you can reduce your risk of premature death by 80%. Just by 80%. That's so simple. 25 years ago we said that. But guess what? We're really not doing so well. Did everyone see this article that came out about 2 months ago about the crash test dummies? I used to put a picture up that shows, you know, the rates of obesity over the past 2 decades and how it used to be less than 10% of the people in each state were considered obese. And I like this better. We have to make our crash test dummies bigger and fatter because the normal person now is bigger and considered fatter or obese. And so that's what we have to do. So when we do these test protocols, we have to make our dummies look more like that in the middle. And so this is what we looked like in 1962, is we really didn't have too many people that were extremely obese. And this is the percent of people that is overweight. And right now, while it looks like the number of people that are overweight is going down, which is great, the number of people who are obese and extremely obese are going up.